confidence and deliver it downfield for a nice completion.
Give him 4 on the carry there. It's 2nd and goal. And a lot of the weight of this offense falls on the shoulders of the running back.
That's because the offense knows if they give him any openings, any opportunities, he can turn it into a big play at any time.
And from the 3 now, it's 2nd and goal. And he is in for the score. Touchdown, New Orleans. Le'Veon Bell, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Saints take it right down the field and score on the opening drive. The ball upright on the tee, and the Saints kick team booms it away. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. Now the first carry here for Todd Gurley. And he powers his way up past the 30. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. And when this offense is clicking on all cylinders, the running back is in sync as well.
The focal point. Runs, catches, blocks, sets a tone for the offense.
Goff now looks to throw. And he's got his man on the out route. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. First down coming there on the intermediate passing play. That's been a point of emphasis, they told us in practice, using those medium routes to keep the defense off balance.
And it wasn't just them telling us. We got to watch them practice it and work on it because they've been trying to fine-tune it and get it right before this game. And I think they have to be happy with the result.
And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. And a nice carry there of 15 yards.
How many times do we say in this game is speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways. In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary. That led to a really nice game.
And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down. And the big meat on the D-line, we'll see how they do today.
And I'd hate to be an offensive lineman having to deal with these guys. They come in hungry, mean, and confident. They think that no one can block them.
A play fake to Gurley. Now Goff. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue.
That was a nice completion on an out route, and those types of plays are the result of arm strength by the quarterback and timing by the receiver.
Shift together here from the D-line. Now a first down throw. Goff. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
Timing's crucial in any route thrown, but when you throw an out, so many things are going through the mind of the receiver. Catching the ball, timing it up with the quarterback. Are my feet going to get down inbounds? On that play, all those things going through his head might have caused him to drop it.
It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. A solid pickup at 13 sets him up 1st and goal.
Coaches always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting it to the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end, let him get some rack.
Yeah, when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they? The defense won that play so fast that I think if the running back even had time to notice if anyone was there, it was just a blink of an eye, and there was a loss on the play.
And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field and it's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
Now Goff on 3rd and goal. Buying time to his left. He may try and run for this. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that's going to make it 4th down.
Well, partner, nothing comes open here, so he decides to escape out of there, and he doesn't pick up a 1st down, but he does gain additional yardage to set up a possible field goal attempt if they decide to go that route.
And his kick is right there. It's good, and they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. And that field goal caps an 11-play drive.
That's a lot of offense to run to only get 3 points, but they'll take them. Anytime you can put anything on the board, you run to your sideline somewhat happy.
Out onto the field comes New Orleans, and they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them in the end zone.
It always is punch, counter punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, got into a good rhythm. You can see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see the sideline really get into the game. So defensively, you're thinking to yourself, how do we take that away from them? How do we get the advantage back? Let's see what they come up with. I think pressure is always the first way to go.
You love pressure.
I love it.
Let's see if they dial it up this drive. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's Saints football to begin quarter number 2, and they'll come up looking to keep this drive moving. They come up in an offset eye. On 2nd down, it's Bell. And he is going to lose yardage here. So he loses 3 yards there. Now 3rd down.
One of the toughest things for an offensive lineman to learn is the ability to get in space and hit. People who are moving targets, and linebackers are not easy ones to hit because they know how to move, juke, and make you miss, and that's exactly what he did on that play. A nice play for the defense.
Trying a little razzle-dazzle on 3rd and short. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
Well, that play looks familiar because we saw them working on it in practice this week. And for a lineman trying to block on this play, they love when they get the defense moving in one direction, and when they try and change directions, it's a lot easier to pick them up and ward them off.
Well, and he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, you know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. On play action, it's Carr. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Not too many things get to a quarterback of this magnitude, but I think it's safe to say that pressure can get to any quarterback.
Now, he's obviously a great franchise quarterback, but felt the pressure, threw it incomplete. And the offense looks to pick up the first here on 3rd after that incompletion. On play action, now Carr. And he'll lay out and pull it in. What a diving catch there. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs.
I'd have to say that whenever you see a good post route run, They do not like to let it end without the catch. Hence, that great diving play.
Yeah, lay it up there, let him go get it. And he got it. Now a first down carry by Bell. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44.
This guy carrying the ball, your eyes are going to direct your feet, and you're hoping they carry you to the open spaces. But it's awfully difficult at times because you have so many things you have to look out for. Where's the line blocking? Where's the traffic coming from? Tough to find open spots.
Carr going to throw. Throwing right, and that's complete. That catch good for 5. It's third down. He had time, was able to survey the field and find a soft spot in that zone coverage.
And that's where it gets difficult for a defender, Brandon. You go to your spots on the field that you have to cover, and when the offense finds an area that you're not in, that's where they throw the football.
The Rams go nickel here defensively on third. Now Carr. He's got time. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he's going to get the first down here as he's taken down at the 22. These coaches told us they wanted to take the top off this defense. They wanted to be able to stretch them downfield. They showed it pretty well there.
And they knew that if they were able to do that, it would open up everything else. But how did they truly get it done? Practice in the previous week, making sure they had a plan, fine-tuned before they put it into effect in the game.
Carr now on first down. Being chased out left. Catch here, left side, Thomas. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
And that's why you do all the drills that you do from the quarterback position, because you're not going to just throw to your strength. The right-handed quarterback naturally will want to move to the right side to throw the football. But sometimes you've got to go left, and that's exactly what happened on that play. Forced to his left, still able to accurately throw it downfield for a completion.
He can muster only a yard there, and they'll be left with a third and very short. And now for the offense, this is play number 11 here on this drive.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt. I always appreciate runners who understand situations. That was just third and inches. No reason to dance around in the backfield and try and break off a bigger play. Just go pick up the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
They come up with one running back. That's Bell. Carr now on first down. And he's got it. Touchdown, Saints. Their big-bodied receiver. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Saints add on to their lead. And he just did get those feet in there on the side of the end zone. Well done.
Probably the exact size foot necessary, because I think if he had another half size, that catch doesn't count. And he's able to get it in, and it counts for a touchdown.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Rams offense now making their way out to take over. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes in bounds. Second down, just 1 yard to go. On second down, here's Goff. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 5 yards on the play there, as the drive will continue.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
And incomplete on the deep ball. Offense looking to avoid a third and long. It's 2nd and 10. They isolate Jeffrey to the left side. Back to the air. Goff on second down. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. A really good pickup of 28 yards. A great job pulling that one in from a guy, as we know, who can really blaze. He's got a lot of speed.
And that speed can work for him so many different ways. Sometimes he just takes off and goes and just runs past people. Sometimes you get people to back off so far that you can catch everything underneath. But still, at some point in the game, you probably have to make some contested catches, right? Sometimes you have to go up and beat a defender for the football. He has that in his arsenal as well.
Showed it right there. Steps away to his left. Dumps it off to Gurley. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. They go play action here on first down. But when this ball's tipped and intercepted, a great read and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead. But a mistake there, that could change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down. Again, it's Bell. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with 3rd down now looming. And now the Rams are going to halt things as they want a timeout. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. So 3rd down, just 1 yard to go. And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And he's going to have the first down as he's marked down just shy of the 20. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. On 1st and 10, here's Carr. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it. This is Bell. And he'll find some space up to about the 25. So we have reached halftime with the visiting Saints out on top as we send you cross country to our EA Sports Studios in Orlando with our halftime report. Here's Larry Ridley. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. This will be fielded at the 6. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive, and we often talk about.
And he fires one that's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line. A look at the offense now here, coming back out on the road for their first possession of the second half. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. And 3rd quarter here, you've got the lead. This is where that strong run game can really benefit you. Stayed in bounds there, kept the clock going.
I like all the points you just made there. And if you throw the football and it's incomplete, now you've stopped the clock, and you've helped out the guys on the other side of the ball. So keep it in the hands of those runners. Keep moving it. Keep grinding clock.
Give him 30 yards there.
As we continue to advance in the NFL, as people continue to scout players, they really don't care as much about body types as they care about those guys who can make people miss, run through tackles, and gain all that additional run after catch. Anybody who has that ability, they want them on their team.
First and goal from the 8. Now Bell. They'll try again with Bell, and he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Le'Veon Bell with his second touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Saints now add 6 to their lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of this?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
Another carry now for Gurley. And he'll get this only up to about the 35. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
And that's why you see a lot of teams that like to play 4-3 defense, especially against teams that run the ball really well, because you count on your defensive front, the tackles and the ends, to eat up the blocking in the offensive line and keep that guy in the middle clean so he can roam through the football and make a tackle. In this case, he introduced himself and said, "Hello, my name is Mike." I'm not sure we could spot any tendency here on this 3rd down. They could have run it or passed it. Either one was available. They chose to try and get it through the air, but they were unsuccessful.
And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. The Saints offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that.
I think you have to chalk that one up for the defense there. Someone right on the spot. Excellent coverage. Didn't leave him enough room to come down inbounds, even though he did catch the football.
On the counter, here's Bell. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs.
Whether it's what we call an even front or an odd front, and an odd front's real easy to figure out. If that guy is lined up over the nose of the center, typically that's an odd front defense. Odd number of people, meaning 3-4 versus the 4-3, which is an even front. You've got to control those guys in the middle. Whether it's the nose or the 2 defensive tackles in a 4-man front, if those guys can't get moved, you cannot run the ball in the middle of the field. And in that play, they were able to actually take care of business.
After the penalty, it's Bell. And he powers his way up past the 30. It's a gain of 7 on the ground. 2nd down coming up.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
Carr to throw on 2nd down. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. They got pressure there and only rushing 3.
And there's a defensive coordinator right now who is celebrating not just getting home with 3 there, but realizing if that's the type of pressure he can get in the entire game, then his pass defense is going to be excellent. You're dropping 8. Where are you going to go with the football?
Incomplete pass on 2nd down. Let's see what the offense draws up here on 3rd. And some changes here as the D-line separates some. Now Carr rolling to his left. And he's just going to throw this one out of bounds here. Nowhere to go with it. Incomplete.
Partner, how many times have you heard it? Pressure creates diamonds, right? But it also bursts pipes. And on that one, that's what they got. They got after him, and he was fortunate just to get rid of it.
Yeah, he just had to chuck it away. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds. And the Rams now coming out on the field. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked so well, and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40.
Coaches really don't care from what position they get this, but run after the catch ability, rack ability, is often the difference between winning and losing and changing field position.
Off on first down. They'll throw underneath for Gurley. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Here's Goff now on second down. Jeffrey with a catch left side. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. They've really been able to contain Alshon Jeffrey. That catch a rare exception in this game.
And that's a feather in their cap because he's such a tone setter for his...
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. Their dangerous wide receiver with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Rams are able to draw a bit closer. It's up and good, and the lead is down now at 11. It's 21-10. The Rams kickoff team on the field, and here we go with the ball in the air. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Now the Saints, they trot their offense out here. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
They'll run it with Bell, and they're able to get this one across the 35. Give them 11 on the gain there, and the Saints are going to get a first down.
All right, it's football 101 to know that the quarterback controls just about everything on offense, but a lot of times what gets missed is that the center controls line play. He has to communicate to the guards and the tackles what type of front they're facing, how they're going to block it, and what adjustments need to be made sometimes. As a defense will shift, give the center a lot of credit because for the most part, he's got big defensive linemen over his face all game long. He's got to try and block and protect his quarterback and create space for his runner. In this case, he did a really nice job of communicating and executing.
Back now in Los Angeles. It's the Saints. They'll be looking to expand their lead here. They've got the football as we start the fourth. So 2nd and 9, the defense looking to put them in a bad spot here. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. Now they'll try the sweep with Bell. Only a gain of a couple there. That leaves them needing about 7 here on 3rd down. And in this situation with a lead 4th quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. A great read, and it's picked off. And he'll take it across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Did they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were competent enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. On 2nd and 10, Goff. Toward the left sideline, but it's incomplete. Third down here for the offense after the incomplete pass. The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. Back to throw, Goff. Forced out to his left. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and that'll bring up 4th down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
Here we go. No.
Desperation time for Goff on 4th. Trying to lay one up. This is caught inside the 15. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 15.
We know it's tough enough to pick up first downs on 3rd down plays, but when you go for it on 4th down, sometimes you're actually just praying, and on that play, the prayer was answered.
They isolate Jeffrey to the left side. From the red zone now, Goff. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Cameron Jordan able to get him for a loss of about 3. Shift together here from the D-line. Goff, it fights him off. Dancing to his left. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down. It's Goff. And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. So the D-line's going to spread out. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. He's got time in the pocket. Buying time to his left. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and the Saints will have the football back. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Oh, design run for their wideout. And some room to work. They give him 17 yards that time as that'll move the chains.
And while we're seeing more and more of these plays come from the college game into the NFL, and that one, it was run with great success, how about the evolution of the offensive linemen? We're seeing less and less big guys who can't move and more guys who are a lot more mobile and can get out in front of that type of a play.
A give to Bell. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. The 4th quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
Call it no gain there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and 13.
Well, he didn't make headway on that one, but he's had plenty of carries all night long. I just wonder if maybe he's a little bit tired from tilting the rock that much.
And they've got an extra defensive back out there now on 3rd and 13. Time running out here on the play clock. On 3rd down, here's Bell. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. 7 yards on the carry there, but now they're staring at 4th down. Here comes the Saints punter now. Time for a break as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Here comes the Saints punter now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And it's out of bounds. Now we'll see what the side judge says. He says out at the 8-yard line. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And last time they were very fortunate, this offense. They went for it on 4, turned it over in their own territory, but the other guys held up. They didn't give up any points.
So how about the guy with the #1 headset on the sidelines, the head coach? That was planned going into it, not necessarily to not get the first down or to have the defense have to hold up.
But he trusted his defense.
Trusted his defense very much, and I think that's how he's going to play this game. Go for it, be aggressive, because I've got the wild bunch backing me up over here on my own sideline.
Now we'll see what his offense can do. They go play action with Gurley. Now Goff. He's going to let it fly. And this will be caught at the 30. A big play there for L.A. 62 yards. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
And he's certainly not a guy that drops that football very often.
Indeed, because that's a bit of a surprise. I know he's in the middle of some traffic and people, bodies all around him, but he usually has the focus to haul that one in.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. Alshon Jeffrey, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down. So ways to go here on 3rd and 10.
In this situation, it's really tough to figure out how to defend because they have plenty of room to still take deep shots at the end zone as they just did there. Yet at the same time, you've got to be ready for the short throw. In this case, when you see the cue that they're going for the end zone, retreat and make sure you have a way to play forward, back towards the receiver, and have a chance to bat the ball away as they did there.
The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th. They go ahead and snap it. Goff. And he is out of bounds just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. 19 yards there on the pickup. And they're able to move the chains as they convert on 4th and long. Fresh set of downs here. Detroit, let's go. Now a first down throw. Goff. Being chased out left. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete. Second and 10, Goff again. Steps away to his left. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage. Big guys up front. You know the motivational.
Now Bell hit. He lost the football. And now the Rams have got it going the other way. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because their confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
They go back to the air here after the INT. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
How many times when we see an incomplete pass, we just look at the receiver and say, should have caught that one. That was a drop, and we just put it on the offense. How about a little credit for the defense there? They just forced an incompletion.
Yeah, especially after starting in a tough spot defensively, but a good start there on first down.
That gave them a little extra confidence there, starting, as you said, in a tough spot.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. A great read, and it's picked off. And to the 12, that's where it stops. The return is halted at the 12-yard line. Now the Saints offense, they get ready to go back to work here. And a fumble last time. Ball security. Talk about it all the time in the National Football League. They've got to be better at it on this drive.
Don't you think that when every team gets together for the first time, I don't care if it's OTAs, mini camps, first day of camp in the regular season, ball security comes up about, what, the second sentence of the coach's address?
And those are so many drills focus on that.
All the time, and they do drills to make it even tougher to simulate game situations. Doesn't always work out, though.
All right, Charles, so you win the game. Not only do you get the W in the left-hand column, you get some momentum for the coming week.
Now when you go into the week and you're telling the guys what mistakes have to be corrected, what we have to do to win going forward, you have their full attention. They're excited, they're happy, and they know if they can build that momentum, they can ultimately achieve all their goals.
So for the Saints, their strong start to the year continues as they're up to 5-1. And they'll return home next week to take on the Jacksonville Jaguars. Meanwhile, for Los Angeles, the loss will drop them to 4-2 on the year. And now they'll head to the bye week as they'll be back in action in Week 8. That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the Twitter at EA Madden NFL. With that, we say good night from Los Angeles.